It's the Masters of the Universe podcast. 3D Beats, Josh, Coldface, Cash Only behind the boards. And we're here to network and chill, where we fire up the award-winning WWE Network and find a classic episode from this week in wrestling history. Today is a Coldface pick. And he picked Smackdown from February 3rd, 2006. Orlando, Florida. Orlando, an underrated wrestling town?
Yeah, I remember one time Zack Ryder had a classic in Orlando.
Nah, I don't think that happened.
Home of the Magic.
Yeah, so the show started off...
Home of my favorite WrestleMania of all time.
20,
WrestleMania 24.
24, yeah. And the Impact Zone was there for years.
Oh, yeah, Impact Zone, you know? Shout out to the Impact Zone. Empty arena matches. Vacate the Impact Zone.
So yeah, the show started off catching us up on the Kurt Angle versus Mark Henry Royal Rumble match from the night, or a couple nights before. Which really, I remember people being all upset because that main event of the Rumble, but it was so Taker could do his lightning.
But why were they mad at that?
Because the Rumble usually is main event. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Kurt. And then it's even worse because it was Kurt Angle versus Mark Henry, which wasn't like the greatest match. So it's like, y'all going to end with that.
Because I was going to ask too, because I was like, damn, like he was in the main event. Mark Henry, because I missed that whole.
Yeah, that was right before he really started taking off.
Like, he won the strap, right?
Yeah.
He
won the big gold belt.
The big gold belt, yeah.
The World Heavyweight Championship. Not during this era,
right.
You know.
But like this was what.
This was the first. This is the first big push that he got.
Yeah, Randy Orton was definitely. He puts people over. So
yeah.
He beat.
So that was a Randy Orton.
Creation
right there.
Well, he beat Randy Orton for his World Championship.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Clean too, just beat him.
What was your favorite? I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast though. But what was your favorite Mark Henry?
Hall of Pain.
Hall of Pain, yeah.
Yeah, world title run.
3-6 Mafia.
Well, it's always 3-6. Well, this is when he first got the 3-6 Mafia song.
What year?
06.
06?
So he got it after he came back during this run.
Okay.
And he kept it all the way through.
Because Sexual Chocolate was lit, though. Let's not act like
Sexual Chocolate was lit, you know, that's...
Great theme song.
Yeah.
Theme song.
Yeah. But it's not...
World's Strongest Man was dope, too, though.
I mean, he's always World's Strongest Man.
Oh, really? But
World's Strongest Man started in 02.
Yeah.
And then he was always World's Strongest Man,
but you
got
all the strongman shit.
Yeah,
like bending pots and shit like that.
Yeah, tearing down. I mean, picking up the cars.
Yeah,
moving the truck.
Yeah, the one where they were like running at him with a car and he was holding it back with his legs. That was sick.
And everybody's just watching like, oh shit, can he do it?
This is like right before I got out of watching wrestling, and I watched that and I was like, damn, is he really strong?
But Hall of Pain, when you go through Hall of Pain. That's the one. He was,
especially match quality wise and everything.
Yeah,
and then
he found his stride. That's when he fully found his stride right there.
Yeah.
Shout out Mark Henry.
Yeah.
So yeah, it wouldn't be SmackDown in 06 if Teddy Long didn't jump us off. Holla, holla, holla. Only thing he didn't do, well, I mean, he kind of set up a tag team match for later, but he didn't.
He did all the shit. He set up the tag team match. And he put somebody one-on-one with The Undertaker.
Me and Cash were asking when we were watching it. We were like, because we know Teddy Long was a ref.
Yeah. Well, he was a manager.
Manager of who?
And back in WCW.
In the 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then he was a ref.
He managed. Did he manage Taker?
What?
Paul Heyman managed Taker, but I feel like Teddy had a stint managing Taker. No.
I'm not sure about that one. Yeah. I'll have to do my Googles.
Oh no, because I think it was a match. It was Paul Heyman managing Taker when he was like me, Mark Callis, and then it was against somebody who Teddy was managing. Yeah. It's some deep cut. We'll
so wait, Teddy just went from ref to.
Then he was a ref in the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
And then he came back as a manager for Mark Henry and Rodney Mack.
Mac Milton.
You remember
Red Dog?
Red Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, he managed that year. He managed Red Dog, Rodney Mack and Mark Henry.
Yeah.
And Jazz.
Damn,
This
he had a
right?
stable.
Didn't he manage Jazz?
Don't remember Jazz.
He had a stable.
Okay, maybe not Jazz. But yeah, and then he's doing that, and then he ended up becoming GM in like late 04.
Just out of nowhere, they were just like, you know,
I just felt like out of nowhere. He just
I don't remember, and I wasn't watching all the time then.
that was my era.
I used to like his walk.
Oh yeah, he had
a 6
he got a strut.
WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long.
Yeah.
Yeah, main thing Teddy Long was out there to do was hype up Rey Mysterio winning the Royal Rumble, though. Rey comes out in the sick lowrider.
Yo, Eddie style.
Yep. Gives Eddie all his props.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Kind of went a little ham on that though, you know.
Laying on
Wait, how
thick.
long had it been?
I mean, it was
like 4 months.
What's
4
his
months?
best
Yeah.
friend that just died?
Yeah.
Like,
I thought this was like a year later.
No,
No,
this
damn.
is 4
December, January, February. So not even 4 months. 3 months.
Well,
3.5
November.
months.
Yeah, 3.5.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
like mid-November when
Yeah.
he died.
So we still in that
It's
fresh.
phase.
The wound is
Still
fresh.
fresh.
Yeah,
Eddie's
fresh.
barely in the ground.
All right,
so.
I thought this was like a year. I was like, damn, y'all were.
No,
It's still fresh.
which makes this all the
Yeah,
crazier.
Yeah, now that I think about it.
Eddie's body's not even fully decomposed yet.
Nah.
And then who comes out to join the party?
Who came to party?
Did he ever?
Randy motherfucking Orton.
Goat.
And, just like Randy Orton does, just goes out there and states facts. Like, hey, you got lucky, Ray. You can't beat me one-on-one. Randy does the typical heel thing that heels always do. Try to get the babyface to put their contract on the line for no reason whatsoever. Like, what do they have to prove? Like, they already got the shot.
Yeah, I beat 29 men and stayed in longer than anybody in the history, but...
Yeah, and Ray wasn't going for it. Ray's like, no, I'm good. Then Randy Orton went there. Told Ray, hey, you keep looking up at the heavens, and he's not in heaven. Well, first, Randy Orton's crowd control, because he knew it was like a battle rapper when he knows he's about to spit a bar, and he's telling the crowd to quiet. He's like, shh. Yeah. He waited for everybody to calm down.
What did they do? Hold it down. Hold
it down.
Yeah. No, you don't hear me.
Yeah.
Let me work.
And then some rappers just be repeating their bars.
Yeah.
No, I can't
spin
stand
it over
that.
again. Nah, y'all gotta.
Oh, let me bring it back.
Yeah,
y'all didn't hear it. Like,
it better be fire if you're doing that. He could have done that with this, but nah.
Told Ray that Eddie's not in heaven. Eddie's down there. Pause for dramatic effect.
Yeah.
In hell. Man, Randy's. I don't know if he was a little hoarse that day or what, but like. It wasn't the typical Randy Orton voice. Like
I noticed that.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
Maybe he'd been out the night before or something. But yeah, dude. Randy Orton has been giving us sadistic moments for decades now.
Y'all feel like Eddie would be down for this though?
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. Eddie co-signs.
Eddie was looking up or either looking down. Whatever you believe,
I mean, he let JBL fucking
almost kill wild. His mom in the ring.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. So, just sidebar topic real quick. What's some of everybody's favorite Randy Orton sadistic moments of all time?
What's yours, Cash?
What's your favorite, Cash?
None of them.
This one?
Fuck Randy
Eddie
Orton.
one?
I mean, mine, Screwdriver. Screwdriver to the ear.
Man.
See, the screwdriver wasn't even on my mind.
Screwdriver to the earlobe.
And then, or even before, when the build up to the match, just when he was fingering Jeff Hardy's ear, at first, and just twisting that shit, twisting Jeff's ear.
He did that like twice.
And then in the match, he brought out the screwdriver with the ear. Oh man, yeah, that was some sick shit.
You nasty, Randy.
Yo, this man broke up the Wyatt family and burned down
the house,
the compound as a baby face.
Burned down Sister Abigail. Bray Wyatt's dead sister burned her fucking compound down.
He really burned it down. Shout out to Seth. Word to Seth.
Got real life shit. Just getting Mr. Kennedy out of here.
Got Mr. Kennedy fired.
Beat up John Cena's dad.
Yeah, punted John Cena's dad twice.
Yeah, and jumped over like Edge had smacked up John Cena's dad before.
Yeah.
Randy jumped over the barricade and beat the dog shit out of him.
When's the last time a woman wrestler received a finisher from a male wrestler? It was Randy, right?
The Royal Rumble. Yeah.
Royal Rumble.
Randy.
Like, ain't nobody doing that in this day and age right now.
I mean, Ray and Dolph got theirs off too.
Yeah, Randy, Ray, and Dolph.
Well, they got their
Dolph
signature.
super kicked, and then that's Dolph's finisher.
Yeah,
and
Who
then
would win?
it was the
Dolph super kicked, and then
led to the 619,
and then the RKO.
But the RKO was
the finisher, you know.
Yeah.
Stacy Keibler.
Stacy Keibler. He had to break up with it. If you're in a match against Undertaker at Mania, you gotta focus.
Yo, that's a meme now.
You gotta focus.
That's
that trends. You know, kissed her one last time, and then
that's a meme now.
RKO'd her. He's like, yo, I gotta focus I'm facing Undertaker.
Tried vehicular homicide on the Undertaker.
Yeah, you more savage. And right after Eddie's death, like the week after Eddie's death, they had an Eddie Guerrero celebration episode. So they had Eddie's lowrider out there the whole night, for all the matches.
Yeah.
And then he attacks Taker, bam, cracks him, knocks him out. Taker's laying on Eddie's fucking lowrider.
Yeah.
Randy gets in the car, backs the lowrider a week after Eddie's death during his celebration episode, backs the lowrider up into the stage, and then crashes into the stage, and then explodes Undertaker, and Undertaker gets set on fire and dies.
Randy's disgusting.
Or with Undertaker, he fucking beat Undertaker in a casket match with his dad, and then axed down the fucking casket, pour gasoline down, and set the casket on fire. Or fucking Stephanie McMahon. Well, first,
what did
he fucking beat the shit out of Vince McMahon because Vince McMahon was about to threaten to fire him.
Yeah.
And then so he's like, "You're." Smacked Vince McMahon, smacked the microphone into his face, and then punt kicked him out. Basically killed Vince McMahon, and then fucking punted fucking Shane. Beat the fuck out of Shane.
Damn.
And then Stephanie, nigga, my dad?
Yeah.
Fuck your dad. Bam, RKO to Steph. So now Triple H is involved because, that's my wife.
Yeah.
And then that's when they first started acknowledging Triple H and Steph on TV as
in
real
life, yeah.
And then he fucking handcuffed Triple H to the fucking rope.
Oh yeah.
And then he fucking DDT Steph. This was a separate night. DDT Steph.
Yeah. And
Triple H had to just watch as his wife got DDT'd, and then he fucking kissed Steph as she's knocked out after DDT. Kissed her, and then just clacked Triple H with a sledgehammer after he watched his wife get kissed and DDT'd.
Randy is
sadistic.
Yeah.
Sadistic, man. And I'm sure there's plenty more that we haven't even thought of.
We could have done a whole hour just
you could do a whole hour. I mean, it cost CM Punk. He didn't even let CM Punk defend his own world title. He fucking attacked him. He attacked him. Him, Cody Rhodes, and Ted DiBiase Jr. attacked him backstage. And CM Punk couldn't even defend his world title. He had to forfeit the title.
Damn.
He fucking Punk kicked Shawn Michaels into retirement. And Shawn Michaels...
The whole Legend Killer run.
Yeah. He had to come back. He came back months later. He fucking Punk kicked Rob Van Dam in retirement. He didn't show back up for years later. Fucking the Legend Killer run. He just... killing all the old people. Yeah. Jake Roberts, Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking Fabulous Moolah. He RKO'd Fabulous Moolah. Jesus. Oh, that 100-year-old lady RKO'd her. Fucking RKO'd Sherry, right? He's RKO'd Successional Sherry, I'm sure. He RKO'd mad old ladies, man. All right, Randy Orton's the GOAT, man. Yep. The Edge, that just happened, of course. The Edge shit that just happened.
Yeah.
Come back after 9 years. Oh, you're my brother. RKO.
Put his head in the chair.
Concerto.
Took it out.
So, man.
Yeah,
so much Randy, man. So much Randy. Shout out to Randy Orton, the GOAT.
Then we get our first match of the night. Eminem versus the Mexicools for the WWE Tag Team Championship.
Classic.
Where's Mexico at now? What are they doing?
Probably out wrestling on the indies or something.
Riding lawnmowers.
Yeah.
Were they not dope?
Oh no, they were cool.
They
I
were
liked
dope.
them. I was a fan of Mexico. I liked their theme song.
Yeah, man. They had we got a top 5 entrance of all time with Eminem versus a top 5 stereotypical entrance of all time with the Mexicools.
Yeah. I want to say Eminem is one of my favorite tag teams of all time. Shout out to John Morrison. John Morrison's in 2 of my favorite tag teams of all time.
What?
Miz and Morrison and Eminem. Eminem's entrance was swaggy, man. They came out with the belts hanging from him, hanging from the crotch.
With Melina.
Fur coats. Melina, she was voted our most underrated wrestler of all time, right?
She was on the list.
She was number 1.
No.
Yeah, remember?
No, she wasn't.
Who was number 1 then? It was Melina. Oh, Gangrel was number 1?
Yeah, that was the last run of the podcast.
Oh, that wasn't even a setup. I thought Melina was number 1.
No.
Gang.
Oh, okay. I'm cool with that too. So, yeah. Shout out to Melina with it. She sold her injury. Kurt Angle angle locked Melina. Savage back in the day, man.
Oh, I remember.
He was tapping women out.
Jesus.
Damn.
And I was like, man, the dive over the referee spot. Like, if you didn't dive out the ring, like
Dive over the ref
or like dive through somebody, yeah, make it crazy.
How much did that boot to the back of the neck really hurt?
Right? Like
She didn't even hit him with the shoe
hard
part. Like,
hard part.
She hit him with the flat part.
I thought about that too. Like
that didn't knock you out, bro.
You get kicked in the head all the time.
You know?
And yeah, this random like the floppy side of the boot, but
That was whack. But
yeah, it was And then Melina's screaming during matches.
Oh man, I missed that.
cuts through.
Yeah.
Cuts through.
Then yeah, so it was a cool little match, it was fun.
It was cool.
Nothing crazy, but
It was super crazy.
Oh.
Super not crazy. Super crazy.
See what you did there.
Come on. Shout out to Juventud. He came in with the Mexicools and then he got fired right when they first came in,
Yeah, I was like, wasn't there 3?
Yeah, Juventud Guerrera. He got fired.
And then we got backstage Booker T, Sharmell, and Teddy Long. Booker T hurt his groin.
Right.
I feel for him. And yeah, it's funny, man. Booker T being a chicken shit heel. Like, he could have just been the badass heel easily, but and then him and Sharmell worked so good together. Like, Sharmell's underrated.
Yeah, she.
Well, why did why did she wear the crown? Because King Booker?
Well, no, she was
wearing crown before
she was
that.
actually.
She was what, Miss Black America?
I mean, yeah, she's Black America. She was Miss Black America. I mean, she's black. She's a queen, So shout out to all the queens out there. Yeah, shout out to that.
Did she ever wrestle? Like.
Yeah,
she jumped
had
in a few matches.
Yeah.
Some people call her match in TNA is the worst women's match of all time.
What?
It was Sharmell versus homegirl.
She wasn't there to wrestle. She was there to manage.
Yeah.
Occasionally you got to pull the managers in the ring.
Yeah. Why is it the worst? Just because
it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just not what she was there for.
But she wasn't a wrestler,
Well,
she was great at what she did, but
I'm gonna Google.
Yeah, you loved it.
Then JBL comes out for a promo. This is the wrestling god phase.
I want to say this. JBL, I always say JBL is one of my most underrated ever, right? This is one of the greatest promos of all time, and it never has got talked about ever by anyone.
What, that one?
Yeah, that was one of the greatest promos I ever heard in my life.
It was a good ass promo.
That was a good ass promo. Because it was so subtle. Like, him keep calling himself the wrestling god. That's what he called himself. And he said, you could put me up against Thesz, Briscoe,
Gerald.
Jack.
Jack.
And that shit is great. And then Mil Mascares, who's like the fucking god of fucking
he's putting himself like all these like. It's funny too because JBL was never looked at as a great technical wrestler,
and people got him on about that, right?
But like, dude understood in ring psychology, so for him to bring up all these like technical wrestling icons and
puts
stuff.
him with them.
Yeah, he puts himself with them.
And he was using a lot of insider lingo and stuff, and talking about 5-star matches.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, he was.
That was a good
digging at the. He's like, okay, you think you know wrestling? I'll show you wrestling.
So there was like critics back then like that, like
yeah, it wasn't as prevalent as it is now.
I mean, Twitter wasn't around.
Yeah, they didn't really have as loud of a voice, basically.
But they had forums, right?
Yeah, they had forums and stuff, but that was like
WWE.com.
super nerdy shit. Yeah,
They probably kept an eye on those, huh?
Oh, obviously they knew what was going on. Yeah.
That's why JBL's promo was so great, because he was acknowledging all that shit.
That's funny.
And he was just shitting on them, and it was great. Mil Mascares is like, yo, that you're naming the god, or you're naming the people they love so much and they consider high, and he's great, man. He knows, man.
I understand it's 2020 and we live in a PC culture and stuff, but I think one of the reasons that it's so hard for like heels to like really be hated nowadays is because they can't do anything as simple as, JBL brought up hey, I could have a 5-star match with a broomstick. Hey, you fat boy, I could have a 5-star match with you. You can't just point at some random dude in the crowd and call him a fat boy anymore. Like,
yes, the fuck you can. Somebody better do it.
But then everybody's gonna get outraged. It's, oh my goodness, he's body shaming. Like,
I can see Seth doing that right now.
No, he's Messiah. He wants to bring everybody in. He's doing this for us.
Hey, but Jesus called people fat. Right?
Did he though?
I mean, if he was in shape,
our biblical experts say no.
Jesus never called nobody fat.
No. But
yeah, it was some good shit. Or I'm tired of you. And the genius way, right? Because he had just lost to the Boogeyman the night before, right?
Right.
He got back his fucking he didn't lose any credibility by losing to like the Boogeyman. The new Boogeyman was new. He didn't lose any credibility as a former world champion losing to Boogeyman because he came in like, yo, you guys just stick these freaks and these monsters in the ring with me because I'll make them hot. And it was just like, damn, he just got back all he doesn't lose nothing. JBL's the GOAT, man. Motherfuckers better start giving JBL his credit.
Greatest glow up of all time.
Man, greatest. Shout out to JBL.
That led right into Bobby Lashley versus Chad Dick.
Who were they? Who was those?
The Dicks.
Who was those?
Bobby beat 2 dicks.
I saw that.
Bobby beat 2 dicks.
I was like, Bobby out here beating Dick out here.
Yeah. Beat Dick quick.
Yeah. Like,
he just busted that off.
Man.
Yeah.
The ref didn't even stop it, too, because it's like, I love how the ref didn't even call for a DQ.
So were they just like regular jobbers?
No, they were kind of...
They were a team.
They tried to get them going, but the Dicks didn't really pop off. The Dicks really couldn't keep up with the rest of the stuff that was going on. So, basically, once they ran through all their dick innuendos, by this time, they were just jobbing. But they were looking like they could be,
really?
like a factor in the tag team division.
What?
And then, by here, they were just jobbing out to people.
Yeah, they look super good.
Yeah, they popped up on a regular basis.
Yeah, how do you rate their tassel game?
10 out of 10.
Yeah, they had tassels.
10 out of 10.
They had them like the ones on the boots.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, got you.
Yeah.
I love how the ref was just... Bobby was beating both of them so hard that the ref was just like...
Didn't care if one of them interfered.
Yeah, the ref was like, I'm not even DQing. Yeah. Like, yo, just do what you do, Bobby. Man, Bobby... And this was new Bobby. So Bobby was a rookie. He was less than a year in.
Okay.
So this is fresh Bobby dominating everybody.
Had the Dominator as the finisher.
Yeah. So
this is noticed that too. I saw the Dominator.
If you're black, you use the Dominator as the finisher.
The stereotypical
That's
finisher.
a dope finisher, though.
It is, but only black people. It's like you're black, so you use the Dominator. But yeah, Bobby.
Has a white guy ever used the Dominator?
Never. And they can't.
Who else used the Dominator?
Farouk.
Yeah.
That's his finisher.
And then who else? That's it.
Yeah.
Did Ahmed Johnson use it?
Yeah, I think Ahmed had a run with it. But yeah, Bobby Shout out to Bobby. He looked great right there, but man.
So should the Dominator
15 years later, he still looks even better.
For Black History Month?
Possibly.
They should do that.
Yeah.
Then and then JBL comes out with the clothesline to hell from hell.
Starts off the Bobby feud,
Best
which
clothesline.
JBL was the first man to ever beat Bobby Lashley. He ended his undefeated streak. Yeah.
JBL's great. Best clothesline I've ever seen in my life.
Facts.
Could you imagine like how these newer dudes sell the clotheslines? JBL JBL hitting Ricochet with a clothesline from hell.
Hey, Natty hit a pretty good clothesline tonight.
She did.
Nah, she didn't.
Come on, don't do
just
that.
Saying.
No,
she did.
No.
Shout out to Natalia for that.
Then we cut backstage to the juniors trying to drink from a water fountain.
I don't know where did they come from?
That was a regular segment.
That was the juniors division.
Were under contract.
Yeah,
contract.
Yeah, they had graphics and everything.
So it was like 105 Live.
It was
105 Live.
I wasn't ready for that.
Did they have a belt?
Oh man.
They didn't have a belt?
No.
They need a
Then
belt.
there ain't
I
no
say bring back
division.
the juniors division.
I
That's
say no. We already got a Lucha House Party. No. We cool on the juniors.
Yeah,
that was a travesty. That's what it was. We cool on the juniors.
That bad.
I didn't enjoy it.
And we'll get to the match later, but it's just I don't like the fact that that they were there to be the butt of the joke.
So who's the most poppin' LP wrestler of all time?
Hornswoggle?
Yeah, easy.
Hornswoggle, the most poppin' LP?
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer.
Okay. Sky Lolo? Y'all don't know nothing about no Sky Lolo. Nah?
No.
One of the 100 greatest wrestlers according to Pro Wrestling Magazine. Just saying.
Oh, okay.
Hornswoggle ain't make that.
Where does he pull this? Wait, why did he just pull this out on us right now?
I had that magazine when I was young. I was just like 100 greatest.
And that's what you remember from that magazine? Out of the 100 people that was in there.
Yeah, I don't know what number he was. I think he was top
Who's
80.
number one? Top 80.
I think they had Ric Flair number one.
That makes sense. What year was it?
This was back in the day. This had to be at least 2001.
Yeah, Ric Flair would have been considered number one then.
Then we get an Undertaker promo talking about
Did he just like come back from somewhere? Or?
Okay, so last time we seen Undertaker, it was Randy Orton putting him back on. Randy Orton put his career back on.
Okay.
Because Undertaker, when he came back in Mania of 04, he came back as a dead man.
Okay.
But he, after the American Badass, but he didn't really find his footing yet with. He still was getting back in the groove. He didn't really have like classic matches and shit yet. And he wasn't really doing too much of GOAT shit, throughout 04. And then the beginning of 05, that's when we started the Randy Orton feud. So Randy and Taker basically beefed all of 05. Most of 05 was Randy and Taker. Feud of the year. Contender right there. And then so they killed the feud off with Hell in a Cell in December at Armageddon. And so he finally beat Randy Orton.
Okay. Ended
the feud. And then he disappeared. And then a month later, that's when he came back at Rumble.
So he was gone for a month.
Okay. So that's the backstory with Undertaker at that time. So Randy put him back on. Let's be clear. Randy Orton put the Undertaker back on.
Randy working the magic.
And it's so crazy, man. Taker can really say nothing in a promo.
And then you feel that shit. It's like, damn,
just his presence and everything.
Oh, she gonna take his soul?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Like, Taker just pretty much does the same thing every single time.
Yeah.
And it works, though.
I love how Kurt Angle said all that shit. Oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm a wrestling machine, I'm this, I'm that. You're gonna rest. And it's like, yo, Kurt just said all that shit.
Yeah.
Taker's like, all right, fuck what you talking about.
Yeah.
You gonna rest in peace. That's all I'm
Kurt
saying.
said, you can't take my soul. I have no soul.
Yeah, like Kurt was spitting bars.
Perked up Kurt. Like,
Kurt was spitting bars, man.
And then I think we need to give credit, man, for when they do the lights out spot and how quick Taker gets out the ring.
That was fast.
That was quick.
It wasn't even. Yeah, it wasn't even off. The lights weren't even off for a long time, and he just. It's like I want to see. I don't want to see it because I want to enjoy the mysterious of it. But maybe like before I die, I just want to see like a behind the scenes of Taker. Like how does he bust ass?
But like especially now, like
as an old man, like back then it's like okay, I'm boom.
The Fiend ain't even fast like that.
no, because the Fiend there's a build up.
Yeah,
and
it's like doom.
and even his when he leaves the ring too, like the lights stay down for a little bit.
Yeah,
like
it takes a while.
Taker was out. Like that had to be like 2-3 seconds. Like
Quick.
Then we got the juniors division match.
Yeah. I was just telling my girl that's Rey Mysterio.
I think that's racist.
Or
Did Rey
that's
Mysterio fought the juniors? Did he get a juniors now?
no.
No, Rey Mysterio got world championships.
No, he got juniors.
No, he has world championships. That's what
He looks
Yeah.
like one of the juniors.
No, you look
yeah.
like one of the juniors.
There was just, another match with a whole lot of bad puns in it from commentary. But
Juniors was like the NBA halftime show during a regular season game.
yeah, but the crowd fucked with it.
Yeah.
The crowd was invested for considering like they, it's not like, hey, this is, our main event people.
Right. Bring it back.
No.
Some
Okay,
people-
bring it back on one condition.
What?
One condition.
You don't make it seem like they're little kids, like
No.
with like the graphics with little beach balls and sand
Yeah,
pails and
that
stuff.
was weird. I noticed that too. That was weird.
No.
That was the weirdest part.
Bring them back just so Brock Lesnar could come out and fuck him up.
shit.
Damn.
I would love that. Let Brock
Every time
Lesnar come out and
thought
fuck
about
him
the
up.
One hand.
One match, I don't think we'll ever get because it was on a kickoff show. The WLC match between Hornswoggle and El Torito.
That was
Wait,
kickoff?
What?
Yeah,
What are we? What, wrestling on 3-step ladders?
pretty much. Yeah,
No way.
but it was
Yo, I
an
hear great
amazing.
things. I hear great things.
Oh, we
about
gotta
that
watch that one. It's
match. I was
an amazing
out of
match.
wrestling at that time, but I hear great things about that match.
Now, no, I don't know, dude. Like, cause actually, even out my way, they have. I think it's called like the actual like thing is called Extreme Midget Wrestling. Like, and it's a whole night. But it's
I don't
like
think you can say that.
it's the name of the
It's the name
company.
of the promotion.
Yeah, but I don't think you can say the M word.
it's the name of the company. I'm just quoting.
Yeah, there's some companies that's called like.
What? What? Go ahead, say it. Go ahead, say it.
know.
But yeah, it's like on one hand, it's like
So it
they're
must
talented.
Be
They're talented wrestlers.
there must be a niche
But
market
it's like-
for this. This must be a
But
niche
then,
market.
but then I go and I look at the comments.
yeah.
And it's just like people like, oh, let's go see the freak show, not like let's go see wrestling.
Yeah, let's not go.
So-
okay.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever go.
You don't think you can go?
I don't think the crowd would be the type of environment I would want to be in.
Well, I don't think the wrestling would be the type of wrestling I want to see.
No, the storytelling's great, man.
it'd be
The
all-
storytelling in the
And little
match.
people wrestling?
Yeah.
No, there's storytelling, but I don't like seeing. That's not my type of shit. You got to be like. Nah, that's not my type of vibe right there. I don't like big luchas. The fuck, I'm gonna watch some little luchas.
That's true. Then we got Chris Benoit and Mr. Kennedy backstage.
Mr. Kennedy, man, he was on fire.
He does old school ring announcer shit. I just noticed that.
Oh, yeah, that was his whole thing.
Just
Like,
Kennedy.
yeah, with the drop down mic and everything.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
mean,
drop
he
down.
wasn't-
No. I mean, like he would even
Yeah.
do that in like just backstage.
Yeah.
Like, that's,
Yeah,
he
it
has
was
a
his-
drop down mic, and then he would do the promo before the
Yeah,
match.
because back in the day, that's why they say the names twice. Because back in the day, they had nothing. Ring announcers had nothing, so they would say the
What do you
name
mean?
twice. They didn't have a microphone sometimes, so ring announcers
Oh.
they would say the name twice so everybody could hear it again. You know, there's a boxing ring
Oh,
announcer.
shit?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a little
Yeah.
history
Hey.
lesson right
Bringing
there.
the history.
Josh is
Right.
bringing the heat tonight.
Yeah.
Josh is earning his seat tonight.
You know, I'm here.
Damn.
I'm here.
He
I'm
must
here.
have
Bobby
had
Lashley
he
for
must
the-
have had a Red Bull before he came
I'm
in.
here. I'm here.
And that led us in to Chris Benoit versus Finlay for Booker T's U.S. title
Man,
because Booker T he won the title without winning it.
Randy
And he
Orton.
picked Finley to
And
He
they
picked
picked
Randy
Finlay.
Orton. Randy Orton won the title for him. He picked Randy to replace him, and Randy beat Chris Benoit for him. Yeah.
win.
Like what? Like a month or two before this?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
on this one, he picked Finley.
Yeah.
So Finley was like, what was like? Because they made him sound like he was a killer.
He was.
Yeah.
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 Oh, okay.
That was just his thing. He was the brawler.
He had the
was.
shillelagh.
My
right?
name
Yeah.
is Finley, and I love to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was his whole gimmick.
Because even Chris Benoit was like,
Because they had history. They had WCW beef and stuff like that. So they had history.
Fit Finley.
Yeah, and they put on great matches together. Chris and Finley. They got classics.
I didn't know he was
WCW,
popping
NWA.
like that. I didn't know he was popping like that.
He's kind of.
He was like the underappreciated
He ever get strapped up? Not big
U.S.
strap.
U.S. title
Yeah.
in WWE. I'm sure he got some in WCW.
He had WCW's version of the hardcore title.
He brought Hornswoggle into the game, right?
Yeah, that's his son.
Yeah.
That's his son.
So yeah.
Real life?
Yes,
Well,
Cash.
WWE's real life to me.
Yeah.
So,
It's real.
but yeah, Finley, he was my guy. I always liked Finley, man. I always liked Finley. He always put on great quality, and he's like fucking 80 years old too. And he was like 80 years old putting on matches like this.
He's still in the company.
No,
though, right?
he
Yeah.
just turned 67 the other day.
That's old as fuck.
But I'm saying the other day.
So that means
That's
he had to
old
be.
as fuck.
So that means
Wait,
he had to be
he's-
like 50 right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he was old as fuck already, but still moving like this. So, wait, so he turned 67 the other day?
I think that's what I saw.
Damn, I didn't know he was that old. I was exaggerating, and then, but he's really 67.
Yeah, he had to be like 50 something right
so
there.
what's
Yeah.
06?
Wrestling Chris
What's the
Benoit.
math?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Like 52.
Yeah,
52.
maybe he wasn't 67. I thought I saw that today, but yeah, I guess he just had surgery or something. But anyways,
But he's still in the company though, right?
yeah, he's a
an
backstage
agent.
producer now. Yeah,
Right.
He's known for putting the women's matches together. Even
Yeah.
before the women's revolution, he was the one that used to put together the Divas matches and
Yeah,
stuff.
because he shows up on Total Divas sometimes.
Yeah, he's the one that's great with women. So,
Huh.
yeah.
Interesting.
So he's putting on all these classic women matches, you know.
Then we saw Mark Henry, Daivari, and Crystal backstage.
Shout out to Crystal.
Shout out to Crystal.
Bobby Lashley's ex-wife right there.
What?
Crystal was Bobby Lashley's ex-wife.
What?
Yeah. They say that's why he left the company the first time because there's some beef or some shit.
That's with Lana.
Yeah.
And man, Daivari is a hoe.
Why?
Yeah, he was the man.
He was our first episode of Network and Chill a few weeks back. Go back, look in the archives. He was managing Kurt Angle. A month later, he's with Mark Henry, just out here being a hoe.
Hey, he's in demand.
Before
bro.
that, he was with Muhammad Hassan.
Uh huh.
Oh shit.
But we understand, you know, they
Yeah.
kind of give him the bad stick with that one.
Damn.
And then after that, after this, he went with Great Khali.
Khali.
And you think Muhammad Hassan or the Mexicool got the Muhammad Hassan treatment?
No.
Nah, they weren't that offensive.
No, Muhammad Hassan got the Crispin Wall treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets the Crispin
This
Wall
guy-
treatment.
They ghosted him. Like
Yeah, they ghosted
yeah.
him. That's it's fucked
Yeah,
up.
Mexicools aren't gonna show up in any WWE highlight packages.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna run away and try to hide them either. Like it said Eminem versus Mexicools on.
Oh yeah.
There's only two people that don't get named, and they're
Chris Benoit and Muhammad Hassan.
Yeah.
God
Wait, why Muhammad Hassan?
Because he was playing that offensive ass role, right?
Yeah, it wasn't even his fault. He was just doing what he was told to do.
and he was great at what he did.
And y'all said he was over, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was the biggest.
He's about to
in the company.
be. He's about to be champion.
Yeah, they were about to. It was rumored that he was gonna beat Batista for the world championship. It was rumored he was gonna beat
Man,
Batista.
bring this dude back, man.
The ship is sailed.
You don't
I
even
mean,
have to bring him back as
in
the
20
character, though.
But he doesn't
Nah,
want
but
anything to
it's-
do with
yeah.
wrestling now.
Nah,
and I don't blame
Yeah.
him.
What's
That's
he
a
doing
bad
now?
taste in him.
He's a principal at a school.
That's a lit principal.
that's some
right
Happy or not Happy Gilmore. That's some Billy Madison type shit. With
He
the
wouldn't-
principal, the
oh,
principal
yeah.
was a wrestler. That's funny.
Trying to hide from his past.
Yeah, the kids don't even know. I wonder
Yeah,
if
the
kids-
kids-
Yeah, because
the kids like do research.
he's an Italian dude, so
Yeah,
it's
he's
like
Italian.
it's not like he has
You
like
would
Like
never
you're related
know.
to him, right?
Wait, he
Yeah.
was Italian?
Yeah.
It wasn't even.
yeah.
You would never know. What school? You
It's,
put
I
him on
think I
blast.
want to say somewhere like I want to say it's like Minnesota.
Your next
Oh,
assembly.
they're racist in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minnesota's a racist state.
Motu coming to your school.
I don't want
next
to
assembly,
diss
sir.
Minnesota though.
We
but-
gonna put you on the overhead projectors of every class.
Don't be the next contestant on the Summer Jam screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then cut backstage, Booker T and Sharmell are celebrating their keeping their U.S. title.
So your stomach all hurt? You
And then we get the beginning seeds
Oh, man.
of the Booker T versus Boogeyman feud.
I love that shit.
Yo, Boogeyman was
He was the guy.
he was the guy,
He
huh?
was the guy.
Man, I just remember.
Boogie's hiding tonight. Yeah.
I remember when he started coming in. It was in promotion with the Boogeyman movie.
Wait, what?
Because he came out around the same time the Boogeyman movie came out.
I think that was just
Coincidence,
the
maybe?
No, the E kind of.
Yeah, so I thought
like
it was...
they weren't related. It was
Nah,
the E's been known to take something that's hot outside of wrestling and try to make it work in wrestling. So, and I don't think anybody actually.
But this worked though.
Oh yeah, Boogeyman worked for sure.
He was over, man. He was hot.
Did we ask that question? Who had the better clap? Boogeyman or Flavor Flav?
I asked it before.
Yeah,
you asked
no.
What did we?
What
was that?
I think
said
we agreed because
Boogeyman.
Boogeyman busted it over his head.
Yeah,
But I couldn't decide. I was like, damn, Boogeyman or Flavor? Like, Flav been rocking that.
Did they ever
clock
have a
for
match
decades.
together? They should have.
Boogeyman and Flavor Flav.
Yeah.
No,
Nah,
Could have had a
Flav.
clock
no,
off.
they were in different promotions.
Clock match.
Dream match that never happened.
Yeah.
Flav's last one didn't go too good, though.
Which one?
In the casino.
Oh, I heard. Yeah, I heard something about that.
Then we get more backstage stuff. Josh Matthews, Gregory Helms, Nunzio. Anybody?
Gregory Helms is Hurricane.
Yeah.
I want to say this. Hot take. It's a cold take, actually. Cold take. This is a cold take. Gregory Helms is the best incarnation of the Hurricane.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
I'm not mad at that.
Okay.
I mean, the Hurricane was he's the character that everybody knows him for.
Yeah.
But, Gregory Helms, man, he did his thing.
Gregory Helms was the longest reigning cruiserweight champion ever. He held it for like 2 years or some wild shit like that. Came in, was a fucking... You saw how he looked on the promo. He just looked like a superstar. He had the shades. He was arrogant. This is my favorite Gregory Helms right here. My favorite Hurricane. I fuck with this.
And then,
I always loved it.
Then we go backstage, and we hear that William Regal and Paul Burchill are no longer going to be a tag team.
This was my shit.
And Paul Burchill, how Cash loves a transition. Paul Burchill was starting to transition into a pirate.
This was my shit. Let me tell you this. I remember this vividly. Because Paul Burchill and William Regal were the tag team, whatever. And then Paul Burchill was like, yo, I just did my 23andMe. Yo, I got pirates in my bloodline, And then he did this, and he was like, yo, what the fuck is about to happen? Yo, he came out the next week on Smackdown, full on pirate mode, right? Full on pirate. Lit as fuck. Came through with a new character, new finisher. It was a Spanish fly. First person I ever seen do the Spanish fly. And
you heard William Regal in the backstage promo, like, what's up with all this goofy shit? Like, what are you doing? Like we're wrestlers. We're European wrestlers. And Paul Burchill's like, no, I'm a pirate.
OG pirate.
This was at the same time that what is it called? Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean coming out, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, see,
Pirates were still hot.
Yeah.
Nah, and I always used to play with Paul Burchill on the video game Smackdown versus Raw 07. I fucked with Paul Burchill. Underrated talent right there. I fucked with him.
Then we got our main event. Wouldn't be a SmackDown in this era if it wasn't just a tag team match intertwining two of the major storylines. We got Mark Henry and Randy Orton versus Rey Mysterio and Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle's pyro, man. Just gets you hyped. And then the Stunner theme song with the kind of
yeah.
It had that little stop, like.
Okay, so I wasn't tripping. Like,
Yeah.
There's a drum break.
Yeah.
There's 2 drum breaks in there. And it's like, oh, this is hard. It's like.
Yeah, just a little switch up.
Yeah.
This was brand new. He started doing this right here in early 06 and did it till he left. Yeah. It represented his more aggressive character change that he was doing.
Yo, Boogeyman always had lighting.
Yeah, Boogeyman's my guy, man. Shout out to Boogeyman, man. He was kind to me. I told Boogeyman I looked up to him growing up. It was dope. That was one of my best moments of 2019.
I was upset though. Like I didn't get to eat worms with him.
Yeah, I at least wanted some gummy worms, but you know.
Oh, I should have brought gummy worms.
Yeah, gummy
Why
worms.
did I think of that?
Yeah, WWE, man. You gotta fake it. I'd have been like, yo, I'm not gonna eat real worms with you, but I'll eat some.
Oh no, I would have
faked
faked real worms.
Even when Taz did.
You would eat real worms
Boogeyman, yeah. For the
Yeah?
culture, yeah.
Damn.
for the culture.
Yeah.
I love the culture, but ain't no real worms.
Even when Taz didn't have his mohawk, he always seemed like he still had a mohawk.
Right?
Yeah,
He
nah.
just had like the
I
remnants.
always thought he had a
Yeah,
mohawk.
yeah. He had like a tan line from his mohawk.
Yeah.
From all them years of the mohawk.
You would really ate worms?
Yeah.
Wait,
Nah.
what belt was it?
I don't
Tag?
believe you'd ate worms.
Is it tag
That's
belt?
cruiserweight.
There's a cruiserweight belt.
Cruiserweight, oh.
You wouldn't have ate worms.
Yeah, man. It's, again, fun little SmackDown main event. One thing that I like, because Randy Orton usually gets such elevation, has such grace during his drop kicks.
He went down to Ray's
But
level.
when he had to drop kick Ray,
Oh man.
yeah, and he didn't even drop kick him in the face. He drop kicked him in the stomach,
Randy
and still made it look
Orton,
smooth.
man. Greatest drop kick in the history of this shit.
Right.
Shout out to Ray. I miss Ray doing the pop up pyro back when his knees weren't too bad to where he could pop up.
Oh yeah, especially too when he had that little separate stage. It
Yeah,
was pretty
that
much
shit was
just there for
Just
him,
for him.
like that little side stage.
Ray's the guy. Ray's the guy.
And you knew it was on when Kurt Angle dropped the straps. Like Kurt Angle, is he the greatest strap dropper of all time?
Nice. Yes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey,
Taker's close, but it's definitely.
When did
and Kevin
he?
Nash.
Is this when he started coming in with the mouthpiece, or how long did he have that mouthpiece?
He had the mouthpiece. He started it like late 05.
Was he the first wrestler to do the mouthpiece?
No.
No. Who was the first poppin' wrestler to do the mouthpiece?
See, that's a different question. Popping.
Yeah, poppin'.
I don't know. Was Kurt the first?
Because Kurt.
No, I feel like there's somebody else.
I forgot during the Taker Kurt Angle promo after Kurt
Oh, he
Angle's
put the
done
mouthpiece
with,
in.
after Kurt Angle's done with his part of the promo, he just pops the mouthpiece back.
You never know. Stay ready, so
Yeah.
you ain't gotta get ready, bro. What?
Maybe Kurt. I'm trying to. I feel like there's somebody else,
Yeah,
but
it's
I
probably
remember Kurt.
I respect somebody who comes in with a mouthpiece. Like Shinsuke does it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I kind of respect that, you know. It means you're ready to go.
Cesaro.
Cesaro now, yeah, but we
Yeah.
know why.
Yeah, I was there when Cesaro got his teeth knocked out.
You were there.
Yeah.
You weren't
That wasn't
there.
at No Mercy.
Oh, you
Yeah, it
were
was.
there.
But we were watching it right here.
Not with me.
Yeah,
Yes,
nah.
we were.
No.
Nah. Wait.
We watched it the next night too.
Nah, but I wasn't at No Mercy. I don't think.
Bet.
Because I kind of
Anyways.
remember you being here.
Well, you
Yeah.
were there, so
Yeah.
maybe.
Um,
But I remember he was here though.
I'm everywhere.
Damn.
Two places at once.
Got a clone.
Or it's just the other white guy that you pick up when I'm not around.
Yeah, we have a sub.
Yeah, that's why I'm 3. I know there's 2 and 1. Yeah, but the main thing, if you don't get anything from this episode, Randy Orton is a legend.
That's a fact.
Randy
Go.
Orton is a genius.
Like, that's just
Go.
science.
It just everything. And this is young Randy, man. This is
25.
this is 14 years ago, and he's still giving us classic moments. Just thank you, Randy Orton, for being great.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
All of us here at Motu appreciate
And we
you.
telling you why you here. You know.
Yeah,
We're giving you your roses.
all your flowers.
Yeah.
So next week on Network and Chill is a Josh pick. We're going to Raw, February 11th, 2002. Ooh, baby, I like Raw. We got Edge versus Chris Jericho. Goldust versus Rikishi. Kurt Angle versus The Godfather.
Come on, bro.
Undertaker versus Stone Cold Steve
Is
Austin.
this a pay-per-view?
Wait, what year is
Yeah,
this?
this is
2002.
It's a
WrestleMania.
pay-per-view?
This is WrestleMania.
What are you doing here?
And Triple H and Stephanie renew their vows.
I picked a banger.
Yo, that's a
picked
banger.
banger.
I remember watching this episode live.
Well, you save it for next week.
Yeah.
Save it for
Picked a
next
banger.
week.
Like 1 year old.
So yeah, make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend that it's them again. Masters of the
What if it's
Universe.
not them?